Welcome back to the LCP Digital Learning Channel. Today we're actually going to talk about something in Google. Now, for an Apple person, I love using Apple Notes. But something about Apple Notes is it's really hard in our district to collaborate and to have those things available to multiple students. What's awesome is you can see right here, this is called Google Keep, and it's basically the same thing as Apple Notes, but with Google. Now, what's nice about Google is if you're already in that ecosystem, you already have those usernames and everything, it's a lot easier to jump into Google Keep versus something new. Now, as you can see on my notes, I have these organized by pictures, but also by color. It's super handy to be able to have multiple notes to keep track of all your ideas and planning. So I'm actually going to jump into a blank one so we can see what this looks like. All right, so as you can see now, I have a very empty Google Keep. I have nothing in this. So to start, down here at the bottom right corner, you're going to see a plus button. I'm going to start my very first note. So maybe this first note for teachers may be ideas or your to-do list. To-do. For students, they may start a new note for each class that they have, or maybe for each subject. And then what's great about this note is I have options for all kinds of things. Bottom left corner, you're gonna see the plus button. For me, if it's a to-do list, what I'm gonna do is check boxes. So now I can say grades, maybe lesson plan, group project, etc. And then as I work through that to-do list, I can check it off and it'll show me what I've done. This would be also very handy for students to have a to-do list for each class, or maybe a to-do list just in general so they can keep track of all the things they need to do. What also is great about this on a to-do list is the top right corner, you're gonna see a little bell. I can actually turn on a notification to remind me when these lists are due. So this to-do list is very important. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press this pin. What this means is this pin now is going to keep this note at the very top no matter how many notes I create. What else is super nice about this is if I go to the three dots at the bottom, you're gonna be able to see that I can do labels. I'm gonna turn this as maybe yellow. It's super important. I'm gonna make sure I always see this. So now you can see this list is yellow. It's gonna make sure that I see it. What else is super nice about Google is that three button at the very bottom. It allows me to add collaborators. This is going to be super handy for teachers to be able to collaborate on a note. So maybe you have a planning document where you're adding all the things that need to get done on your grade level. Maybe for students, when you have them in a group project, they could create a note, add collaborators of their group. So now they have a place to collaborate their ideas for this note. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new note. So either I can do the plus button at the bottom right-hand corner, or I can go ahead and just do a really quick checklist right there by pressing that left corner checklist. But I'm going to go ahead and do plus, new note. So maybe for a student, this is our math class. So what's nice about these Google Keep notes is that I can add some text. So maybe I'm taking notes and just as a student, I'm just taking notes. I like to type. But maybe in our math class, all of a sudden there's a math problem that I'd like to draw. So what I can do, bottom left corner, you're gonna see a square plus button. When I press plus, I have the option to take a photo. So maybe the teacher's done in a really amazing notes. I need to take that picture. So I'm gonna do the plus button and then just boom, take that picture and use that photo. So now I have a photo of those notes and maybe later I have another picture I need to take a photo of this one, use that photo, and it's just gonna keep track of all those photos I have up there. But maybe I wanna write that math problem. So I'm gonna do plus, drawing. So now it's gonna give me a blank drawing. Now I could draw with my finger if I need to, but maybe I'm doing my math problems, yada, yada, yada. Maybe I'm doing a graph that I need to make sure that I've drawn. I'm taking notes. So if drawing works a little bit easier for me, I'm gonna do that. And then when I go back, now you can see at the top I have that drawing that I made, but I also have access to all the photos that I have taken. Now I also have access to photos in my photo library. So if I'm maybe getting some internet photos and saving those into my camera roll, I can bring them into this project I'm working on so I can remember what needs to be done. Now maybe I'm gonna color code this one. Math is gonna always be green, so I want that note to be green. So what's gonna be great about this is you can color code to keep track of math, science, social studies, or for you as a teacher, your different periods, and then you can just keep making notes. Maybe English will be pink. So you can see now this note is pink. I'm gonna add this one as EUR. Have my notes down here, yada, yada, yada. So this is a great place to have just some really quick notes, add some photos to those notes, be able to draw, have everything all in one place, and the added benefit of being able to collaborate between students or teachers. So I hope Google Keep is something that you might be interested in using either for check boxes, for your grocery list if you're at home, but definitely for students as a planning document or a great place to take notes where they can draw, type, and add pictures of things they're working on. Hope these quick tips were helpful. Have a great day.